Let's talk about one of your recent additions, a guy you know quite well, Frank Gore, the third all-time leading rusher in the National Football League, and also, ironically, the San Francisco 49ers all-time leading rusher. So Frank Gore will see them in week 2. What is he going to add to your backfield?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. We're going to play all his former teams this year. He gets 3 right out the gate. He goes Buffalo, San Fran, Indy. So he gets to see all those old guys there. I think Frank's a great addition for us. Obviously, I've been with him 2 different times. It's crazy to think in 2008 I was with him, and I think he was in his 4th year. And then we got back together 10 years later, and he had an outstanding season for us. Averaging 4.6 a carry. He started 14 games for us, and he was a big reason why we stayed competitive there towards the end of the season. When he got injured, the 14th game that really hurt us. We lost a lot of our leadership outside of a good player. Frank brings something that it's really hard to teach. He's a natural leader. He's the kind of guy that guys respect around the NFL. He's done a great job as far as helping younger players, that are in the room. I think he is a good teammate and has done a good job, especially the last 3 or 4 years, that backup role and the supporting role of whoever that starter is. I think he's a great guy for Le'Veon to be around, where those 2 guys can really do some damage together. We got 2 guys that can play all 3 downs, and they both have outstanding skill sets, and there's a little bit of difference in some of their running style and how they do things. But, we know Frank really well. We know how to use him.
Joe Douglas has emphasized the culture. He wants to build the best culture in professional sports here with the Jets, and that's important to you as well. Why do players gravitate towards him? You just mentioned way back in 2008 was your first time around him, and then he was very productive for you in Miami. What does he bring to the table that players lock in on?
I think when you see a guy that has had the career he has, I think this is what really stood out to me. When I was with him in 2008, he was young. I mean, he had 1 speed. He was full tilt all the time. And then getting back with him 10 years later, I think guys watched him practice and were shocked at his work ethic and thinking, man, this guy's been doing this a long time. He's had a lot of carries. He's got a lot of miles on him. This guy goes in practice like it's Monday Night Football. And that's how Frank's always operated. And, he's never taken anything for granted. I think the biggest mistake most people make is they doubt him and they tell him something that he can't do because, of whether it was injury, whether it was age, whether it was, just whatever the circumstance may be, and he's proven people wrong time and time again.
You've coached a lot of players over the years. Has he been one of your favorites to coach?
Absolutely. I mean, it's it seems to be a trend when you get around guys that are future Hall of Fame players. They all seem to have very similar makeup, and it's outstanding work ethic, football intelligence, and kind of that natural leadership where they affect other guys in a positive way.